Welcome back to the A to Z of purpose and leadership. Today's word is one that separates those who drift to those who lead. Ownership. Ownership is the decision to take full responsibility for our life, our leadership, and our results. The opposite of ownership is to blame, pointing fingers at other people, making excuses, or waiting for someone else to fix our problems. But the moment that we choose ownership, we shift from victim to leader. I saw this in my own journey as an entrepreneur. I would blame everything, my sales team, the weather, missed opportunities. But the day that I took full ownership, asking not why is this happening to me, but how can I lead through this? Everything shifted. My results multiplied, my confidence grew, and doors opened that I never saw before. Today, I want to share the three truths about ownership with you. Number one, it creates empowerment. Number two, it builds trust. And number three, it multiplies results. So, our first lesson is ownership creates empowerment. When we own our choices, we reclaim our power. The truth is, we can't always control what happens to us, but we can always control our response and our reaction to it. So, ownership says, this is my life, my responsibility, my move. A study showed that employees who feel a sense of ownership over their work are 52% more engaged and nearly twice as productive. Why? Because ownership unlocks motivation. People feel empowered when they know their actions matter. Think of Jocko Willink, the former U.S. Navy SEAL commander and author of Extreme Ownership. He teaches that leaders that take complete responsibility for everything in their world, no excuses. They must. And if a mission fails, we don't blame others. We ask, what could I have done differently? How do I fix things moving forward? Our mindset doesn't weaken us as leaders, it empowers us. And ownership is the key that turns frustration into freedom. Point number two, ownership builds trust. People don't expect leaders to be perfect, but they do expect them to take responsibility. When we make and own our own mistakes, we build credibility. When we pass on the blame, we lose credibility. Richard Branson with the Virgin Group, when Virgin's galactic tests, their test flight tragically crashed in 2014, he didn't just hide behind his corporate team of lawyers and PR team. He flew to meet the families, accept responsibility as a founder, and pledged transparency. His willingness to face the hardest moment of his career with honesty and humility deepened public trust in him and the Virgin brand. Ownership builds a culture of trust because it shows people that you are accountable, and accountability inspires confidence. Lesson number three, ownership multiplies results. The greatest breakthroughs happen when people stop waiting for permission and start taking ownership. Projects move faster, teams perform better, leaders inspire action simply by modeling the responsibility. Let's look at Serena Williams. Instead of blaming external factors, Serena always took ownership of her performance. After losses, she didn't deflect or make excuses. She openly acknowledged what she needed to improve and then doubled down on her training. That commitment transformed setbacks into fuel and multiplied into one of the greatest tennis careers in history. When we take ownership as leaders, we spark ownership in others, and responsibility is contagious. So here's a quick practice for this week. Let's write down one area of our life or leadership where we've been waiting, blaming, or making excuses. Now let's reframe it. In an ownership statement, I own this, and here's what I can do today to move forward. Now let's take one concrete action, even small. Ownership isn't a concept, it's a choice. Ownership isn't about controlling everything. It's about taking responsibility for what we can control, our choices, our actions, and our responses. When we lead with ownership, we create empowerment, we build trust, and multiply results. So let me ask you, what's one area of your life where it's time to stop blaming others and start taking ownership? Because the moment that we reclaim our ownership, we reclaim our power. Thank you for joining me today. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear that ownership is the true starting line of leadership. And join me to continue our A to Z journey through purpose and leadership. Thank you.